morning, all of you. Am I audible and the screen is visible or not? Just confirm in a chat box once. Okay, fine. Okay. So welcome to the once again in a live lecture, right? After so many days, all of you maybe have bored at home, right? And hope all of you are safe. So you can see some instructions are there that you can see on the screen. So that you need to follow, right? As you have followed last time, that means in last sessions, you have already followed this instruction. The first one is what? You need to log in a format only. That means this is only for division 3, right? This lecture is for only division 3. So that student only are supposed to join. Now you need to download the application, or either you can log in through the browser, right? And what you need to join in a format only. That means that is what your roll number that you know. Okay, that is of division 3, latest roll number underscore branch and underscore name. In that format only you need to join, right? Then your audio and video both should be connected, and it should be on a mute. When I'll call someone or ask someone to unmute yourself, then and then you are supposed to do that, right? And you know that this instruction, what you need to do to activate a audio, right? You should know now, okay, how to activate it. And the another thing is what? Another important instruction which are not written in this one. That is what? This 2 days, right? This is your subject introductory session. First thing is what? You just rename yourself in a format one. First is right now only you can rename yourself with a format one, right? Roll number underscore branch, then underscore your name, first name and last name. Fine, compulsory. Okay. Now this 2 days are just introductory session for your subject. Okay, whatever subjects you are going to learn in this semester, what is the content, what are the prerequisites are required for this subject, that only we are going to discuss in this 2 days. Fine. Now there will be no attendance counted for this 2 days. Your attendance, Dhruv will share again. Your attendance is not supposed to be counted in this 2 days. Fine. And the next thing is what? Again, as we have shared last time, right? Whatever the recording video is there of live lecture, that every day we are supposed to share with you. But now onwards, listen carefully this one. Now onwards, we are not going to message you the link every day of the live lecture. This is for all subjects, right? So what happened? We'll create a one playlist and will directly send you a message of particular subject playlist link only. And whatever, suppose today there will be a lecture of PPS introduction. So what happened? You need to just go to the playlist of that one, and we will upload that video within the next day of PM. Suppose today I'll be having the lecture introductory, right? So tomorrow up to 6 PM, I'll upload the introductory video of PPS, right, to that playlist. So just you need to go to directly that playlist link and you can find your video. There is no message regarding a recorded live lecture in a Telegram. Fine. Now another thing is about the GTU exam. Now onwards, GTU exam coordinators are there. The sir has already mailed you, right? Or message you, I think, right? So you have to contact Aditi Kinkhapwala ma'am. Okay, otherwise Milan Pandya sir. And that is also for CE and IT they have assigned. So if you are having any problem to that one, according to the GTU exam, then you are supposed to contact them only. And whatever the updation is there from the GTU regarding the exam, so that will be given or the message will be given by them only. So these are the few instructions for you that you need to follow, right? Login in a format. These 2 days are introductory session. There will be a no attendance is supposed to be counted for this one. For each subject, there will be a playlist link that will be shared with you by HOD sir, right? Shortly. And every day we are not going to post a link for the recorded live lecture that will be directly uploaded in a playlist. Okay, and you need to see that one only. And last is what? A GTU coordinator. So already it is having in department, so you need contact them only, right? Now once again, just join in a format only. You are supposed to join in format only. Those who are not join in format, just quickly rename it. Rename yourself, right? Okay. Now, is there any doubt? Anyone up to this? Any instruction? Any doubt? Those who have not logged in a format, please log in. Okay. So the subject is what? PPS. Okay. Last one is Vedang. Vedang Shet. You are not joined in a format, right? Now, so your subject code is what? 311 003. Your subject code is this one. The name of your subject is what? Programming for problem solving. So this is the main subject have been started from the second semester for you guys, right? CEIT. So the basically the first is what we are going to cover in this one, a C programming language. This subject will contain what? C programming. Fine. Okay, fine, Veda. So first we'll go through the syllabus. Will contain what? What is the examination scheme? What are the subjects? What is the credit of your subject? Right. So quickly, directly we will move to the that we can say the syllabus. Fine. Okay. Just let me share this. I'll just. This is okay. Fine. Is it visible? Is it visible? The syllabus is visible or not? Just confirm in a chat box. PDF is there. Okay, fine. So you can see that prerequisites. So there are no prerequisites are that much required, right? That means what? The basic concept. We will start this with what? A basic concept. Now, what is the use, right? So there are so many use are there of C that we will discuss when we'll see the content of that one syllabus wise. So this is the scheme. Fine. 3 lectures, you can say the practical hour 2, and total credits are what? A subject 4. Now you know that whenever this type of exam, that means in which the practicals are there, so it will be divided into two parts, that is 70 is a theory and 30 is a mid-sem, right? Now practical marks again will be divided in what? 30 and 20. So total 150 marks will be there. Total 150 marks will be there. Now normally 2 midsems are supposed to be there. Now according to the guideline, right, as you have follow for the last semester, that means what? There will be no 70 marks theory and all that. So it may be changed this time also, we don't know. But that is the basic scheme which is given by the GTU. So this may be changed, right? Now, this is having what? A total 10 units are there in this one. We will discuss each one. Total 10 units are there. which book you are supposed to take, that also we are going to, right? But this subject is what very important for you. So you need to go through it carefully. Now we'll go through the PPT and we'll see the what is the detail we are supposed to cover in each unit, right? So that we'll see. Just a minute. Is it visible PPT? Right? Okay, so total credits are 4. Theory component that you know, midterm exam and semester exam, that is same as the previous one. Fine. Now the main thing is what? This is just a passing criteria, that also you know, that if 30 midterm marks is there, so the passing marks criteria are 12. Then if it will be a 70, right, and sem exam, so you can see that this is 23. And always in a practical component, the 50% criteria is there. That means 30, then 15 is a passing criteria. For internal, that will be a 20, so 10 will be there. Right? Now this is grading system, that also you know. That means whatever the marks will be there, that will be converted into what? A grading system. Fine. Now we'll start with our syllabus. So total 10 units are there. These are the names of what are 10 units, right? First one is the introduction. So we'll start with that one. So introduction to computer programming, right? So anyone can know me what is computer by saying this, or whatever you know about the basic, what is computer or why we are using computer? Anyone? Just raise your hands, I'll unmute them, or you can write down in a chat box. Or what is the application, why we are going this for this one? Anyone? Or can anyone tell me what is the use of this subject, why we are going to study this subjects? Okay, for making the work easy. Okay, any other thing? Okay, yeah, yes, Hari Om, Yagni,
Ma'am, we need to learn this
you can
because
speak
we
now.
need we want to compute with a computer because
Okay,
if we want to commute, then we have any language, but if we want to communicate with a device, then
yeah.
we supposed to use this language.
Okay, fine. That means for the use of anything, okay, or for better UI, fine. And then okay, to device which simplifies the okay. That means if you want to do anything, right? If you want to do any task, if you want to perform anything, then we should know that how it is supposed to be implemented. So for that we need to use something, and that is nothing but what? A programming language. Fine. So there are so many applications. You can see that e-commerce, education, medical, whatever is there right now, all are using what? A software. So for that nothing but we need to go for what? The concept of computer. And again, now this is the basic thing, that you know that it will be divided into parts, right? So basic block diagram, that is also we are going to learn in a we can say the detail one in unit 1, right? So all you are knowing that CPU is there, memory is there, right? Input device, output device. So many of you are playing game also. So in that one was input device. Can anyone tell me the name of input device? Whatever you know, just write down into the chat box. Okay, keyboard, mouse, joystick, right? Okay, so that basically you know, right? And memory, that means what? To store anything, yeah, keyboard. To store anything, we require some space, so that is memory. So what are the types of memory? What are the, so that we are going to learn in this one. Okay, now can anyone tell me which is the first language? C is not a first language, right? So initially, which language is supposed to be used for a computer? Can anyone tell me? HTML, binary. Okay, no, HTML is not okay. Binary, yes. all the thing, yes, all the thing can be understood by a computer, right? That is what a binary, that means what it is in terms of 0 and 1. Initially the programming will be done in terms of what 0 and 1, that is called a binary language. Then assembly have been there. Okay, so that we will see what are the languages, what are the advantage and disadvantage of each one, that we will discuss in unit. कर दिया मैंने, कोई नहीं है वेटिंग में, नहीं है, किसी की रिक्वेस्ट नहीं है, right? So this is the thing, this is what a 0 and 1, right? Binary. Then what it will be converted into the assembly. Maybe you have heard that name, that is what assembly, right? So assembly, that means what it will be very difficult to remember all the things in 0 and 1. So we'll go for what assembly, and now and then we'll see what is the meaning of assembly language, right? How it will be understood by the computer. And after that again there are some problems are there in assembly, so we have gone for what anyone machine level language. This will be a assembly language, and the another one is what anyone, this is nothing but a machine, this is nothing but a assembly, and this one is what anyone, which type of languages are there, can anyone write down into the chat box? Programming, this all are the programming languages, right? See, all are the programming languages, but what happened, it will be categorized. This is what binary, or you can say the machine level language, then assembly level, okay, coding, C language, no, C language is there. There are so many languages right now, right? C, Python, C++, Java, that all you are knowing. So they are called what? Higher level language. They are all called what? A higher level language. Now we'll see in detail one, what is the difference between this in unit 1. Okay, this is machine, or you can say a binary. Then it will be a assembly, and then higher level language. So we can see that, or we can say that C or C++, Java, all are nothing but a what? A higher level language. Fine. So this 3 name just you should know right now, nothing else. The detail we'll see in this one. Now what? Software, right? Hardware, that you have heard, right? Or hardware, that means what? CPU, keyboard, printer, mouse, any device that physically you can touch it. So that is nothing but what? A hardware. Now software, that means what? Can anyone tell me how you define the software? Software, anyone? You can write down into the chat box also. Software. Okay, that does the process. Fine. Operating system. Okay, so one of the example of software is what? Here it is written what? Operating system or utilities. That means what? You are using Word, PowerPoint, right? All are nothing but a what? We can say the softwares. Now sometimes you have also heard that name drivers, right? You are saying that we need to install some drivers. Suppose, yeah, software is a program which utilizes a hardware 219. Yes, software is nothing but it's a what? It's a program. It can be written in any language, but it is nothing but what? A program. So operating system itself is nothing but what? It's a some program. That means what? By coding it is written, by one of the programming language is used to write the operating system. So it is nothing but what? A software. In software again there are 2 types, system and application, that we will see in detail one. Fine. So this is about what? It will be in what? Unit 1. Now in unit 1 also you are going to learn flowchart and algorithm. That is the main thing, right? Important one, flowchart and algorithm. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of flowchart? This you can see that this is nothing but it is called what? A flowchart. And algorithm, that means you can see some steps are written, right? Some steps are written, that means step 1, step 2, step 3. So what happened? Whenever any problem is there, initially I have asked that what is the use of what a language, right? Or we can say the programming language. So someone has write in a chat box that it will be used to solve the problem or solve the task. That means what? Whatever the task is there, whatever the problem is there, first it is supposed to be done by what? It is not directly going for the implementation. Yeah, it is what? Steps to solve a problem. So we are supposed to write a steps for that. Here what? Suppose how to make a tea, simple flowchart is there, and that means you can easily understand, right? For a who is don't know anything about the cooking, we know how to make a tea, that will be a simple one. But suppose it will be a one task, so what happened? Directly we are not going for the implementation, right? First we need to think the steps in our mind, that how I'll do, how I'll perform that task. So that is the written, right? Fill the kettle, heat the water. Now has water is boiled or not? Okay, fine. Then we are going to add something. So this is the flowchart and algorithm. Two methods are there. Okay. So flowchart is nothing but what? A graphical representation. You can see that some symbols are there. Okay. So this is called a decision box. Okay. And some arrows are used. So all are having some specific meaning that we are going to learn. Okay. How to draw the flowchart. The next is algorithm. So how to write a algorithm. So you can see that here start and stop. So some keywords or we can say some words are there that will be fixed one. So that we are going to use in our algorithm. So how it is supposed to be done, that also we are going to see, right? So this is what flowchart and algorithm, what are the softwares, hardwares, what are the programming languages, all things will be covered in unit 1. Fine. Now the next one is what? Unit 2. So from that unit 2, the programming and what is the basic of C is there, that is supposed to be started. We will start your actual C language from what? This unit 2, that is fundamental of C. So you can see that here a history of C is there. Fine. So first is a algol. That means what? Anyone is knowing about algol? What is the full form? Okay, it is what? Algorithmic language. That means algorithms are there and it will be developed. Here whatever is written, it is what? Developed by the international group. Then what happened? BCPL is there. That means basic computer programming language, that will be found by what? Martin Richards. Then B is there and then C is developed. Okay, C language is there, that is by Dennis Ritchie. Now what happened? That we will see in lecture, that what are the here some constraints are that in BCPL, Algol and B. So to improve that, some functionality will be added into the C. Suppose I'll say some word now, then you are not supposed to understand, right? That which functionality is supposed to be added. So that we will see in the lecture 1. But what happened? This is the hierarchy, how the C is there. And after that, this is known as KNRC and then ANSYS, right? So maybe some of you have heard this name, ANSYS. Okay, whenever you are going to if you are going to purchase the book, I'll show you the cover page of this book also. So on that also it is written what? ANSYS. Okay, so this is in this way the C has been there, and the author or you can say the founder of C is what? Dennis Ritchie. Sometimes it may be asked that what is the or just briefly explain the history of C, right? So next one is what? Application. So as we have discussed, to make a operating system, okay, gaming, fine, new programming platform, some GUI or API you have said. So for all that we are going to use what? A C language, compiler design, right? So that also we'll see what is the use of compiler, how the compiler is supposed to be designed. Okay, again it will be what? Nothing but by some language. Now after that, how to start, right? How to start the C language. So how we are going to start it? For example, suppose you are going to learn any language. Suppose for example English. So first we'll start with what? First we'll start with the alphabet, right? Then we'll make a word, then sentence, then paragraph. So same way, can anyone tell me what is program? Just quickly write down into the those who know the definition of program. Can anyone? What is program? Okay, fine. So what happened? How to start with C? Okay, one answer is there. Set of command given. Fine. Yes, set of commands, right? Instructions. What that computer is supposed to do. So that is nothing but what? Yeah, summation of codes. Fine, fine. In your language, it is okay. So alphabet, digit, whenever any system is supposed to be there, yeah, a set of instruction given to the computer. So what happens? Set of instruction. So the question is what? How to set up those instructions. So for that, what? Some rules are there. Some keywords are there. That means what? Some specific words are there that we need to use. Say, for example, printf, scanf, all that. So first we are going to start with what? Which character set will be supported by C. That means which alphabet, which digit, which special symbols you can use, right? How to make a words, then how to make a instruction statement, and how to make a program. So this is nothing but what? In that way we can start with the C. Fine. So that is unit 2. Unit 3 is what? Control structure in C. So control structure, that means what? It is not like that always we will go in a simple way. That means what? It's not like that we'll go in a sequence one. Sequence one, that means what? Suppose here step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 are there, some algorithm, right? So always it's not like that I'll go in same way. Fine. So what I need to do, I need to maybe skip some of the statement. Suppose I need to skip some statement. So for that, the control statements are there in C. So that you are going to learn in detail one in unit 3. Okay. Simple meaning is what? I don't want to run, I don't want to execute my program in a sequence one. Somewhere I need to break. So for that, there is a conditional statements are there. Okay, that is if. Maybe some students are knowing that nested if and switch case. Now same way, suppose I need to repeat something. For example, this 3 and 4th step I need to repeat 5 times. So what happen into that? There will be a iteration statement will be provided by C. That means loop. This is nothing but a what? The concept of loop. Okay, loop, that means I need to do some task repeatedly. Fine. So that is nothing but that. Again, types are there: while, do while, and for. Okay. Now how to jump? That means what? Right now maybe you are not supposed to understand this, but that we'll see in a lecture 1, that is break and continue. Okay, how to implement this? And suppose meanwhile you are not want to execute something. So how to come out of that? So that is nothing but what? Break and continue. So that we are going to learn in this one. That is what? The control structure in C. Okay. Unit 1, that is introduction, application. Unit 2, fundamental. And unit 3 is what? The control structure. Okay. So you can see that there are 3 types of statement, right? Sequence, conditional. That means what? If some conditions are true, then I want to go for that one. If some conditions are false, then I need to follow some other path. Because in real time, it may be possible, right? Suppose here I need to check a condition. And if we'll say that if this condition is true, so I'll follow something. And if that condition is false, then you need to go for this, right? So in that way, suppose for example, your attendance. So 75 attendance is compulsory. So what happen if you want to implement it in terms of programming? That if my attendance is less than 75, so what steps supposed to be carried out? And if greater than 75, then what are the steps? So this is nothing but what? The conditional. And loop, that means repetition. So that is in that way. Same way here it is voting age. That means if your age is greater than or equal to 18, you are eligible for what, otherwise not, right? Same thing is there. Unit 4 is what? Array and string. So array, that means what? If you want to store many values, okay, if you want to store many values, so that is a concept of what? Array and string. Okay, so that also will learn. That means there are types of array. It is, that is 1D array, 2D array, 3D array, right? Right now it is not supposed to be, yeah, collection of elements, fine. So that means what? Number of elements are more, so at that time we need to go for what? Array. Okay, array and string. We'll see how to store that, how to ask the user to enter, right? Strings, that means what? It is nothing but a collection of what? Alphabet and numbers, alphanumeric. String is nothing but what? Alphanumeric. So how to get a string, how to read, and how to display, all the things are supposed to be done by what? Or it will be covered in unit 4. Now unit 5 is the functions. So functions, that means what? Any task is there. Suppose I need to make a one program of what? Calculator. So we know that basically, right? Calculator is having how many functionality? Basic functionality. You can do the addition, you can do the subtraction, you can do the multiplication, division, square root, right? There are so many functionalities are there. So what happened? We are not going to make a single program. Fine, we are not going to make a single program, but what happened? We will divide the task. Okay, ma'am, that we will discuss. Okay, uh, so this is what, how to do this. So this is one task, this is second, third, fourth. That means this is nothing but called what? Function. Function is nothing but it is called what? A task, nothing else. And that we will learn in unit 5. Fine. Okay. Okay, this is the same recursion. That means what? In function concept only we will be having the concept of what? Recursion. That means how to implement it. Recursion, that means the function will call itself. Okay, so that we will learn in this one. Now unit 7 is pointer. So pointer, that means what? You know that memory. So the memory is used to store what? Some values. Whenever we are going to see, when you are going to take any program for, say, example, addition. So for addition, it will require how many values? 2 value. So we need to store somewhere. So this is in what? Memory. Say example 50. Now as we are having what? Our name and address. That what my name is, I will be identified by name, my name, right? Neha. Now I'll be having my address. That means what? Either we can say my office address will be there, my home address will be there. So the variable is also having some address. So say example, this is the address. Simple thing, right? So how to store the address? So that is called what? A pointer. Right now don't think about that much, just compare it with the real time, that I'll be identified by something. So this is nothing but what? Address. So that is in unit 7. Pointers, right? No need to go for in that one. Structures, that means what? For example, simple, you will be having the class of 80 students. Each are having their ID, their name and their marks. Maybe SPI is also there, right? So if you want to store all that thing together, if you want to store all the thing together, then there will be a concept of what? Structure. So we will see in this unit 8, that is nothing but what? A structure. Dynamic memory allocation. So maybe some of you are knowing that memory is there, right? Sorry, we'll say that what? The memories is there. That means to store anything, the memory will be there. So these are the what? It will be divided into some parts. That means what? Where the program is stored, that is one part. Some variables, local variables are stored, that is stack. Some maybe you have written or heard that name, that is what? Stack. Now what happened? Dynamic memory, that means what? Simple in one sentence. When you required, you ask computer to give. So that is nothing but what? Dynamic. And there are so many functions are there in C. So we will see that one in this concept, dynamic memory, right? File management. That means what? If you want to store anything, suppose I need to store a 80 student information somewhere. So for that, one of the use or one of the requirement is what? The file. Okay, maybe you know that there is a text file is there, word file is there, that means it's a document. So they are used to store the information, large information. So we will see how to implement a file concept in C. Okay, what are the functions are available to do that one. So this is nothing but what? A file management. So total 10 we can say the units you will be having. Fine. Now this is what? How to open file, close file. That means some functions are there which will be provided by the C. Now you can see that this is the book list is there, right? Now go for this book only, first one, which will cover your syllabus. That is what? By Balaguru Sami. This is the best book, that means easily you can understand by this one. Fine. And so you can take a screenshot of this, or I'll share it this video. Now this is the, we can say the front page of the book is there. Now you can take a screenshot of this one. Okay, take a screenshot of this one. You can see that Balaguru Sami, right? It is as per what? GTU syllabus is also available. That I have shown you in a list. That was not as per GTU. Actually, two books are available with the same author. There are two books are there, right? Here it will be written GTU. So you can go for this book. It will be having as per your syllabus. Maybe the chapter is going to be a different one, but it will containing the whole syllabus, right? Okay, any doubt in this one? Anyone? Now we are going to run our program in code blocks. Now take a screenshot of this also, right? This is the site name, codeblocks.org. So you can download the, we can say the software in which we are going to run our C and C++. You can run means we are going to our program in C in this one code block. So you can use this one, right? Now in that one, it will be ask you this three options when you open that, right? So you need to go for Windows, first one. In that one, again, it will ask, just take a screenshot of this one. I'll hold this one, right? After that, it will ask for this page. So go for the fourth option that you can see. Go for this option in that one. Yes. You can run in Dev C++ also, you can run, right? You can run in Turbo C also. But whenever we are going to run the program in live lectures, it will be in this only, code blocks, right? So that's why it is better if you install this one. Otherwise, you can run in that any software or any compiler you can use, but this is advisable. Fine. So just take a screenshot of this one. Okay, previous slide is this one. Meeting may be end in few seconds. So take a screenshot. Okay, you can use, right? Okay, fine. The fourth option you need to go. Okay, so this is about the today's session. Fine. So it is just advisable to you to go for the code blocks. You can run the C program in any compiler you want, but in live lecture we are going to show you the demo on that only. So it will be easy for you, right?